Follow up on the question we got asked yesterday about number of requests for lead testing kits. Right now, that number has surpassed 5,000. We still get between 50 and 100 new requests every day. And the normal turnaround time is 4 to 6 weeks. And so we haven't gotten any results back yet. We are working on some things, hopefully, that will decrease that turnaround time, but I don't have any details about that yet. Hopefully, we'll have some details to provide at some point next week. And I think Lillian mentioned the resource fair. City of Asheville Water Resources will be there and will be passing out lead testing kits for those who would like one. Okay. It's going to get cold this weekend, especially for those of us who were born and raised in Mississippi, where it never gets cold. And so some tips to prevent frozen water pipes in your home. Most of these are common sense, starting with disconnecting and draining all your outdoor garden hoses and covering your outside faucets. Keep your garage doors closed if there are water supply lines in your garage. Open kitchen and bathroom cabinet doors to allow warmer air to circulate around the plumbing. Identify the location of the main water valve and the valve on your water heater. Learning the location of these valves will come in handy during an emergency. Wrap pipes nearest exterior walls and in crawl spaces with insulation or heating tape. This will prevent freezing, especially for interior pipes that run along outside walls. Excuse me. Keep the thermostat set to the same temperature day and night by temporarily suspending the use of lower nighttime temperatures. You may incur a little bit higher heating bill, but that could very well prevent a much more costly repair job if your pipes freeze and burst and spray water all over the inside of your attic or your living room or your kitchen or wherever. Close all your windows near the water pipes. Cover or close open air vents. Freezing temperatures combined with wind drafts can cause pipes to freeze more frequently. During really cold weather, open the cold and hot water tap and let the water run at a trickle to keep the water in the pipes moving. It's a lot harder for pipes to freeze if that water is moving just a little bit. If you let it sit there, you really increase the chances of that freezing. If a faucet does not have separate hot and cold water handles, drip lukewarm water. And if you're going away this weekend, traveling to see family for the holiday, there's a couple of things we recommend you do. Set the thermostat in your house no lower than 55 degrees. If it's possible, ask a friend or a neighbor to check your house daily to make sure it's warm enough to prevent freezing. And if you do have a pipe freeze, if a faucet or pipe inside your house freezes, you can thaw it using a good hair dryer. Obviously, you don't want to use a hair dryer around standing water. That creates a hazard as far as electrocution goes. When thawing a pipe, start thawing it nearest to the faucet. Make sure the faucet is turned on so that melted water can drip out. That will speed up that process. Never try to thaw frozen pipes with torches or other means using extreme heat or a flame, because as fun as that sounds, if a water line is heated too quickly, it will explode. And obviously that will cause serious injury. If a pipe burst, shut off your water system at the main valve. If the break is in a hot water pipe, the valve on top of the water heater should be closed. Call a plumber. Keep an emergency number on hand for a plumber to shorten that process if that happens. If you believe that the water meter is frozen, contact Water Resources at 828-251-1122. We'll send a meter tech out to check to ensure that water is coming through your meter. And again, a reminder, all pipes and plumbing on the house side of the meter are considered private and are the customer's responsibility. So just prepare yourself for the cold weather coming in this weekend. Like I said, those of us who grew up in Mississippi, it feels super cold. And I hope all of you have a wonderful Thanksgiving and a wonderful time with your family, friends, and loved ones.